How long will my Golf R last for? So yeah, just a little video here. I'm in my 2017 Mark 7 Golf R, which you may or may not be familiar if you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'm curious to know how long cars actually last for, because obviously nothing lasts forever. The engine, arguably like a heartbeat of a car, obviously the lifespan, it has its limits. Just like a human being, your heart won't beat forever. And I'm always curious to know when sort of like potentially the best time to perhaps say goodbye to a car. So perhaps it's got enough life left for the next owner. But also for like as a current ownership, you know, what's it actually, you know, how long do cars last? So my car is 9 years old. It is a 3-door manual Golf R, which I love. And this is perfect weathers for it. Not perfect stuck behind a Honda Jazz, but perfect in terms of it's like slippery, you got the 4-wheel drive, it's greasy, it's grey, it's classic March UK basically. 1st of March is when I'm filming this. My car's done 62,369 miles. It's an ex-demo and yeah, 3 months old, and I've had it for 9 years. What's the lifespan of this car? So it's a 2-litre 4-cylinder EA888 engine. How long's it got left? What's, you know, all the other consumables, stuff like brakes, or, you know, you obviously got suspension, you've got tyres, you've got everything you can technically replace. Oh, I love my car. Pre-OPF as well, so it makes a good noise. Yeah, no DCC, so it's fixed dampers on mine. And someone commented on the last video actually, because well, a video prior, and just the designer of the Mark 7 Golf R, Joachim, oh, I can't remember, Hans something, I'll put it on screen now, and he was sort of like a professional racing driver, and all the work that he put in to the Mark 7 Golf R, which I have, and he said the first thing he went to was the steering. Now the steering weight can change if you go between the modes of normal, eco and race. I'm in race, so it's slightly firmer. It's really direct, really good, and I love it on these 18-inch wheels too. And then he mentioned the brakes, which is what I'm going to come on to next. Now, obviously they were enlarged. The larger discs, obviously it's better. Mine's actually got the Club Sport S drilled discs from the Mark 7 Club Sport S. So all those kind of little consumables you can actually change, and you can obviously know that I like the car, and you know, let me know in the comments if you've got a Mark 7 Golf R and how you're finding it. If you're, you know, I have so many owners who've had them for such a long time, which is super cool. Great on like the smoother sections of roads as well. This is like the best weather to drive these cars. I remember when I first picked this car up 9 years ago, and I saw like, oh, it wasn't, what was it like? And then it started raining. And I was up with my partner actually, with my ex-partner in, yeah, where were we? We were up sort of towards like Lake District type way, or even Peak District. Yeah, because I got this car from Manchester, Warrington, Volkswagen. And I remember the moment I hit a back road like this, not with the Tesla and all the crappy cars in front, and I hit it on some like wet roads, and I was just like, this is amazing. I love it. And you're really connected to the car. So, I just love it. So long story short, I love a Mark 7 Golf R. But as I said in my previous video, I'd probably end up swapping it for another Golf R just to have more life in it. Potentially get one with like half the mileage or something, just to see if I can extend it. But where do you extend it to? And you know, this is a 5-seater car. It can be used for a family ultimately. It doesn't, you know, it's just me at the moment, but that's what it can be for. It's got a lot of usage for it. I've kind of thought, and I thought this morning, what do you guys reckon? Just before 90,000 miles, I reckon is probably a good time to get out of a car. You know, 80 something, high 80s, I'd probably still get like 10 grand or whatever for this car. You know, it's a full VW service history. She's a beauty. And then perhaps assess things there. I'm not so sure about having a car with 6 figures on it in terms of over 100,000 miles, but then correct me if I'm wrong. What's the life of this engine? What can go wrong? You know, I've had the thermostat replaced, you know, I've had the clutch replaced during its life. And obviously your consumables like your tyres, your brakes, your pads, your discs all go through. Suspension wise, I'm not too sure how long that lasts. I know one of the coils I think is a little bit rusted from my last kind of thing, like service that I had, they said that. What do you think is the lifespan of the car? It very much depends on how the owner is and how the owner drives it. For me, obviously I know what this car has been like, other than that 3-month period where it was next demo, where it was probably given a hard time. It's probably why I ended up replacing the clutch 30,000 miles ago, and because the clutch was slipping. And yeah, she's still so really, really good. Never really let me down. I had a flat battery once, and that got replaced actually under warranty, because there was a warranty recall on the batteries. There was some sort of issue with them. But it's never let me stranded. And being a manual, yeah, there's less to go wrong, I feel. Yeah, a lot less to go wrong. There is a man changing his wheel on the middle of a roundabout, which is interesting. Hopefully you're enjoying the view. I've got a new camera and I love it for the point of views, and I love it in general. And I've got some cool stuff coming up actually. Oh, we've got a bit of a straight. Let's enjoy this. Well, the engine's still seeming strong to me. I don't know about you, it's still feeling strong. Unfortunately, this S-Max is not quite as strong as the Golf R. 296 horsepower worth of Golf R. The S-Max, yeah, what a shame. However, it gives me more time to digest, because I was checking a video and it was sort of talking about someone dissected the EA 888 engine and compared it with a Golf GTI to a Golf R, and it was showing how the Golf R had a few little parts which were more superior. Not only was it a bigger turbo, but there was things that were different in it, which essentially makes it more able to cope with the power. Now, I'm not ragging this car around all over the place, because that's just not who I am. I like to give it a blast when I can, and a blast for me is up to the speed limit, so you're not really going for it. And I've always sort of been like, oh, I wonder how long it's going to last. How long? What is the life of my Golf R? And if you check back from the very first video 9 years ago, you'll be able to know the life of it as I've known it. What do you guys think? Because ultimately I could spend a lot more money on it, just keeping it going, more services, potentially new brakes, new pads, maybe retrim the steering wheel to get it a bit more box fresh, maybe change the gear lever knob so it's not as worn. But other than that, the car is pretty good. The wheels are corroded, which is really annoying. Yeah, I've never had those refurbed. So there's a few things that I could do to keep it going, but then I'm sort of like, oh wow, what about that engine? What about the 62,374 miles now? What about the gearbox? What about so many things? What's the life of a car? And when do you end up saying no? Where do you get to? Could I just run this forever and ever and ever and ever and share it with you guys on the channel? Possibly. I don't know. I guess when it finally goes bang, that's when it's over. But this car doesn't feel like it's anywhere near that. Ultimately, if you get one wrong driver who doesn't know what they're doing, you could end up misshifting it, blowing the gearbox, and then smashing loads of stuff in the engine. But in terms of just a normal car, in terms of just normal usage and the driver not really doing anything abnormal, cars should be able to do like 150, 200,000 miles. I don't see why not. So fourth gear, I think I'm going to overtake this car because he's doing 34 mile an hour in a, I don't know when I can overtake, in a 60. And also the view of an S-Max, I feel for you guys. I'm sorry you have to look at this grey S-Max. It's it's a Sunday lunchtime now. And you'll see this video today. I do like getting my videos out there. Let me know in the comments, how long have you had your car for? When is enough enough? Why am I so tempted by just new beginnings? I'm starting, there's a lot of going on this year for me in terms of new beginnings and new startings of a lot of things. I've started up a new little business and stuff like that, and which I'm really enjoying, really passionate about. And I'm kind of like, because I feel sometimes at one with my car, and like, is this at one with me? And it is. But ultimately, it's nice to just have that refresh. So it's kind of like, and I don't know. Oh, I'm kind of like, thinking about it, I obviously mentioned that Golf R previously, which a person who works for Volkswagen actually commented, and he said he PDI'd that car. I did message him back and see what he thought of the car, but didn't get much back, and that was like a 26 grand car. Oh, T-Roc R. Anyway, I'm going off on one. I'm really sorry that this drive has been ruined by this S-Max, but this is why I normally get out early to do my videos, but that's not been the case today. Lots of police around too. The life of a car, the life of a Golf R. When is enough enough? Shall I just let the car decide? So I'm in a bit of a dilemma this year, and I would like to, and I really do appreciate all the comments that I get. It's just always cool, because it's like my own thoughts, and then it's like they're deconstructed by other people, and it's like, oh yeah, I see it that way. You know, I can just keep this forever and keep it maintained. Yeah, and that would be pretty cool. I think that's where I'm kind of leaning towards, because I was at Porsche, as you might have seen in my last video, not Porsche, JZM Porsche, and they had some stunning stuff, and I've always dreamt of having a manual 981 Cayman GTS. That's always been my dream, even almost more than the GT4, because I've enjoyed the GT4 on track. Potentially to have that as a second car, although in weather like this I do question why I even have a car at all. If it wasn't for the YouTube channel, I don't think I would bother. I think I'd just walk everywhere. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. How long do you reckon these engines can go for? What do you reckon? In the UK, with these potholes and horrible roads, it's just appalling. Everything's getting rattled around. It's obviously a high performance hatch. What's the lifespan? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know. I'm gonna say, in terms of lifespan, in terms of the car is still worth something. You know, if it's done 200,000 miles, it's not gonna be worth that much, just be frank. It's still worth like 10 grand. That'd be nice. But equally, it's still gotta work. Oh, I love this car. Even in like little bends like this in race mode, you're like, yeah, and it tucks in. Got the traction off as well. Well, I got it in sport mode, so it just allows for that little bit of slip. Such a cool car. And I've got plans actually with Marek from M Drives messaged me, and he'd like to do some sort of filming. He does some really high quality stuff, so that could be coming up soon. Sadly though, I got pushed back by manufacturers' press teams, which is sad. Some don't respond, others just say no. I was hoping to do the GR Yaris, but they said no, which is sad. The new one. And also I sort of put the Ford Puma ST in there, but no can do. But I'm trying, and I have got plenty of things in my head which I would love to share. But just for this video, this point of view, how long will my Golf R last? Open question. And what do you feel would need to be done or changed? How much do you reckon it would cost? I'm curious. I love the long comments as well. The more you put in, the more you'll get back. I do read them all, and I do enjoy seeing it. And the idea is this is to be like a hub for people to kind of check on and to come back to, because it's kind of relevant for all cars as well, not necessarily just the Golf R. Obviously even Golf GTIs are very similar in terms of the engine and the ultimate MQB platform. Audi A3s, S3s, all of them. Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. As you can see, even just at slow speeds, I love just working the gearbox. It's so much fun. So much fun. Let me know, how long will my Golf R last?